What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Big Sis Entertainment channel. My name is Andrew. Become me Benz.
You already know what's popping this Friday. I know,
yeah. Wild Grinz grinding as usual.
Of course. And this is a new show we're starting, the pilot project.
Yeah.
The first pilot show is called Hip-Hop Unwrapped. Okay. So the idea is we like talking about issues, like current issues, the current events, like black issues. We like talking about things that have to do with like science, ethics, and religion, all that stuff, right? So I decided that it would be a good idea, instead of having this show, just picking random topics and talking about them, I think that would be a good idea to, to use songs that we all know, and we're all familiar with, and just use them to drive the conversation. So, since one song usually has one topic that they focus on, or at least 2 or 3 topics that they focus on, so it's more focused. So we're just using different songs that we like, that we relate to a lot, and it has to be under hip-hop, right? The name Hip-Hop Unwrapped has to do with the pun, pretty much. Hip-Hop Unwrapped, right?
Yeah.
You guys get it, right? So that's the name of that's the name of the show, Hip-Hop Unwrapped, and this is the Big Sis Entertainment channel, based off Big Sis Media. So, welcome. Without saying too much,
alright.
Andrew, or you can call me Benz, that's what I go by. Parody and KingGrinsz.
Alright. So I'm up first.
The first song, he's going first.
I decided to go to my favorite album, Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay.
Lamar. I was debating between Money Trees and Rio for the last 30 minutes, but I decided to go elsewhere and go to Sing About Me, which is what I was always going to choose.
Right.
But I just didn't want to tell them. Alright. It's actually 2 tracks in one. Sing About Me / I'm Down.
That's it. So we'll do both, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the lights shut off, and it's my turn to settle down.
Alright.
I felt good listening to that song. That song pretty brings me back. It just gets me. I like the story. He keyed on a lot of subjects, and then in one song. Usually, artists don't really do that. They don't really get brought through different stories and different moods all in one song.
Right.
It's a long song. The full overall track's 12 minutes. That's the first 12-minute. When I first seen the song, I couldn't even listen to the song.
For real?
It was too long.
But it's two songs in one.
Yeah, but it was just too long. But then after you listen to it and then you start to really take in what he's saying, because when you listen to a song for once, you don't really get the true context.
Yeah, exactly. Because remember, with everything, whether it's any type of media, right? There's always 2 meanings. So
yeah, I really enjoy this song. Whenever I listen to it, really brings me back to when I was in high school and I first heard this project. Mm-hmm. This project really really opened my eyes back up to hip hop. I always liked music, singing R&B a little better than hip hop. But it was this project that really is I think I want to listen to everyone and get my own understanding of every artist, because he was telling me such a story and I felt like we had a connection. He was talking something that I experienced, or just hearing stories that I've heard too.
Right.
I was just we relate. This song though, when I first heard it, I couldn't really listen to it. It was too long. But the more I listened to it, I started to reveal more things. One time I listened to it and I noticed the gunshot at the end of the first verse. And I was like, oh shoot, so the man died? And I was just broken. And after I was really taking in the second verse, and then I took it in the man and said, I'll never fade away. The man faded away.
Fades away.
And I was like, yo, did he have cancer? When he was dying, he was sick. Yeah. And then he addressed all the issues of the first and second verse and the third verse. So it's he problem, and he finally gave you the solution. So I really liked that. So I feel as an artist, when you could really explain your story like that, you just gotta go far.
I think one thing that really struck me was the way that he was explaining things that were so real. For people always fade away, but they'll swear that they'll never fade away. That's something real in life. They think that when people are living, they don't take in that they're gonna die. They'll say things that they don't know that they don't mean, right? Mm-hmm. That's a tough thing about life. You want to believe that you might not fade away. That mans are like Wolverine. Nah, fam, we die, fam. We die.
And do you guys think that death is part of the equation of life?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's part of
it.
Kind of have to.
It's remember like I said, you were saying that when you listened to the song the first time, you didn't really appreciate it for what it was, right? And when I was in university, I learned one thing that stuck with me that most people don't even remember. We learned about the latent meaning and blatant meaning. So blatant meaning it's like overt, it's like there, and then the latent meaning, which means that it's more introvert meaning and overt meaning. So it's like when you listen to a song, you know, you like the beat, you like the production, the lyrics, the rhyming. But when you sit down and actually listen to the song for what it is and break it down and dissect it, like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, the deepness.
The deepness of this, you get more of the meaning. That's why I think the equal sign symbol. I like symbols. Like look at different symbols from different societies and stuff. So even the equal sign, right? Like it's the equal sign, but like there's just two lines, one above and one below. And I think that goes to show that in order for you to get the full meaning of something, you have to like look at the surface meaning and the underlying meaning, right? I think that's what symbolic of the equal sign. Yeah.
I feel it still. I feel it like even like just taking in the chorus and they promise to sing about me and he's singing about them. Yeah. You know, even though they were both trying to say, yo, don't talk about me, like, you know, but like, you know, like I was saying in the third verse, he's breaking it down, so like I was just inspired, like I felt like people should hear what you're going through, like other people go through this, or someone needs to hear this, and so I appreciate him for dropping this, you know, it's got somebody really affected somebody's life, affected mine.
Yeah, I think like the thing about Kendrick is, I feel like he makes music that also heals people, like I like the way when he talks about something, it's like it's already affected your life, like especially in Damn, like he was talking about a bunch of stuff, like he would talk about love, and he would talk about lust, he was talking about fear, being humble, like, you know, all that stuff that he would talk about. It's like it's supposed to uplift you, like you're supposed to feel a connection to it,
right?
And that's what I felt like with this song as well, like, you know, you feel that connection. It's like, oh, you're talking about something that people go through, like everybody goes through, like feeling like that strength of, oh yeah, I'm never fade away, or like I'm the best at this moment, and I'll always be like, no, fam, life like moves on,
right?
That's the crazy thing.
So the first verse was talking about, I can remember, the first verse was talking about how we feel this orphanage is the first verse was more about the girl off Keisha, right? After the first, don't talk about my
that was the second verse. The first verse was more like I believe his brother died.
His brother, yeah.
And the girl was the first one to go out there and see everything, and then after he was trying to say like he was kind of haunted by like revenge. And then he went on and he retaliated.
Like,
there was just so much going on.
So let's talk about that verse first. How like that whole mentality of like us revenge and like how, remember in the human mind, I think that as humans, right, we see two rights as a wrong, two wrongs as a right. That's how we're wired, right? If you slap me, I slap you back, we're even. That's how we're wired. It's even in our mathematics, like two negatives make a positive.
I think it's like we're trying to balance justice, and we're trying to balance like we're trying to say what's fair or not.
Yeah.
But is it like, it's not? Is it really fair? Like, if I kill someone that
I love,
that you love, and then you go kill someone I love, now we're both hurting. Like, it doesn't fix the situation. It doesn't help. It just adds to it, because most likely I'm probably gonna retaliate again, because the whole purpose of you retaliating was because I did that. So if you did that, why wouldn't I do that again? Yeah. To make you hurt even more, or come get you.
But that's human logic, though.
It's because of that pain thing. Like if I'm feeling pain, and you're the one that caused it, I'm not going to think, oh, you caused this, oh, let me just stay in the back and not care. No, I'm going to say, oh, you caused this pain to me, now I have to cause pain back to you so you can feel what I'm feeling, right? You can feel the pain that I'm feeling. There's no, oh, you're feeling that, let me just give that to you. No. We both have to feel this hurt right now.
Yeah, like earlier, my phone dropped.
Right.
And I was hurt. And then I was like, yo, I should drop his phone. But why would I do that? Now that there's just two cracked screens.
Yeah.
It just makes things worse.
Right. And even with me, like, I felt like when your phone dropped, I felt bad. I'm like, yo, like, what if that was my phone, right?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
And I'm like, you know what, like, so, but I didn't like with human logic, like, it's very flawed, right? We pride ourselves on being the most advanced species on Earth, But like our logic, when it comes to like retaliation and avenging and becoming even, it's like very very flawed. Because remember, like, and they we think that if I do something to you, do something back to me, then we're even.
I don't even think I can't even say that it's like completely wrong. It's the emotions, like you know, when you're trying to mix emotions with logic and what makes sense, but what feels
right,
like right. It's like you get kind of confused, like you're
lost in the sauce.
Yeah, you get lost in the sauce. It gets too jumbled. Like emotions and thoughts, they're too much to both like mix together and come up with that right answer. Like that's wild. So I can't even say someone who takes revenge. Like I can't say you're 100% wrong. Because if I think of it from your point of view, it's how you're feeling right now. You know. So
but should we base our less on just fickle feelings, or should we base it on more logic and more?
I can't even say you can base it on logic because your logic could be wrong, and I can't say to base it on feelings because you might feel like you're doing the right thing and you're not, right?
But what about ethics though?
How
does ethics play into that? Feelings and logic. We have feelings, we have logic, we have ethics, right?
Yeah.
I think we just need a nice balance of like everything. That's where your morality kind of comes in. Your spirituality kind of shows you like, you know, like relax.
Yeah.
Like for example, in the Bible, Cain killed Abel.
Right.
And if somebody were to kill Cain, Cain's offense is like 7-fold, but if somebody were to retaliate, 77-fold. So it's just even worse.
Yeah, even worse.
Because now somebody else is hurt, somebody else is hurt, and someone's probably going to try to kill you now. So it's like, the more you continue that, the more madness, or the more it multiplies, the more the sin or the hatred, or the revenge, the feeling for justice. People, and it's like with revenge, people are passionate about getting revenge. So when your emotions are driving something like that, you're going to do something. Like when you think about getting revenge for so long, eventually you're gonna go out there and do it.
But revenge and all that, like it's embedded in us. Like, you don't think so?
I don't know.
Do you think we can ever get to a point as humans where we can look at ourselves and say, you know what, like,
I don't even think
we've mastered ourselves. Remember, before you can even go out and influence other people, right? To do something, to follow you, whatever, you have to master yourself first and know yourself.
Yeah, but it's like I don't even think it's that like it's the revenge that's embedded in us. It's just that like I'll feel good towards you if you do good things towards me, right? It's kind of like it's almost like a selfish mindset, right? It's like if you do good things towards me, I'm going to do good things towards you. That's just how it's gonna be.
That's the basic principle of life, though. Do unto others as you have done to yourself. The golden rule.
Right, but when you take it in, so if you do bad things towards me, I should do bad. Like you see how it starts to have the equal sign, right?
Yeah.
Right, because if you, so then I should reciprocate the bad stuff. So it's not even that it's the like a revenge mindset that's stuck with us. It's just we've always known this equal thing. Like, oh, if you give me flowers, I should probably give you flowers, right?
Right.
If you punch me in my face, I should probably punch you in your face. Like,
and even in the Bible, too, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, that came from the Bible. It's in the what do you call it? Deuteronomy, right? If I'm not mistaken. Or that's not Numbers. I think it's Numbers.
I don't want to quote it.
Number. I don't know. It's either in Deuteronomy or Numbers. One of the places where they have the law. It's like an eye for an eye, tooth for tooth. It's in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament.
I know that.
But Jesus came and said, "Turn the other cheek." What do you guys think about that now?
Yo.
I'm saying it's hard.
If a man slaps me in my face, he's catching a backhand. If he gives me a front hand, he's catching a backhand.
Man's gonna give him a 7-4.
It depends on the situation, because there's times where I want to retaliate and I'm just like, I have to be a bigger person. I have to be the best version of myself, right? Like you said, you have to try to master yourself, and I think controlling your emotions is part of that mastering.
Self-control. I think out of all the fruits of the spirit, out of all the virtues of life, I think self-control is the most important.
Yeah.
If you can't control yourself, how are you gonna expect to like lead others or follow you? You have to self-control. If you have self-control, you pretty much practically control the people around you. If you think about it, like if I come in the room and I'm like being humble, I'm like, yo, how you guys doing? Like, you know, just and I'm not being pushing myself over you guys, trying to enforce my control over you. I'm trying to. I'm more cool to myself, reserved. Everybody's gonna be in the room. It's gonna be chill.
Yeah.
But if I come in there, I'm arrogant. I'm like, yo, screw you guys, and that, and y'all gonna
you're
rise
kind of
up.
waste.
And
Yeah.
but I think that in life, especially in life, right? When somebody tries to come to the room and try to be like, the biggest person in the room, everybody shuts them down.
Eventually,
At one point, like people
I think they're leading to their own demise. Like they're making people have this like vision in their mind of them that might not even be true sometimes.
Oh yeah, and we were talking about this earlier. So the song is actually quite deep still. We were talking about this earlier. The eye on top of the pyramid. So perception.
Yeah,
That's what I think it is.
It is. It has something to do with it, but like I think it's like, you know, when you have it, so you want to show it, right? I think you have to have that balance where it's like, even though you have it, you like the arrogancy. It doesn't have to be there. It doesn't have to be there, but as well, like you want people to know that you're at a certain level. So some people try to push that, but that's not even how they really are, like you were saying, right? And people don't really know that. Like some people wouldn't take that in. Maybe that's just how they're acting for that moment because they're happy about something and they just want to kind of show that oh, I did this. I want you guys to understand that I can actually do something. Because a lot of people, like, some people don't even rate people who are just like quiet or like, you know, because those guys don't do anything, so nobody takes notice of them. So sometimes you want to show people what you're doing, or like that you're doing something good, like, oh yeah, I actually do great things, you know, but it's hard to do that, to show people that you do great things sometimes for people if they're not showing it off.
Yeah, okay, I see. I'm an introverted person. You could say like I'm extrovert. People like to say that I'm extrovert because I will do something like this, but it's just, this is the vibe, you know. Like this is a vibe. This is like, we're just talking about music. This is the type of conversation we got from just listening to this song by Kendrick Lamar, Sing About Me.
Yeah.
But I feel what you're saying. I wanted to ask you guys. So in the first and second verse, 2 people died, right? And I wanted to ask you, like, what are your thoughts on like time and death? Because like in the end of the first verse, he's like, if I die before your album drop, I hope, and then he got shot, right? So like he just like, he never knew it was gonna happen, like and then in the second verse, like, I never fade away, but then like the sickness got to him. So like, what are some of the things that you guys do, like health wise, to stay like, it's not like you're hit with like a sickness or a disease, or do you know about something that you like I'm lactose intolerant or something like that, so I stay away from certain dairy or whatever,
right.
Or if I feel like my throat's hurting, I make sure I cover it up with like a scarf
or something
like that to avoid the sickness.
Yeah.
Or if I get a cut, I make sure I go and I use the polysporin and the alcohol and I clean it up or whatever. Like,
just self-care.
Like, yeah, so what do you guys do to like take care of yourselves?
So I'll start. So with me, like, remember, like I do deal with what you call it, mental health issues. So like people don't even like talking about it personally, but I'm at a point where I accept it for what it is. I know myself. I know that if I say, for example, take on this project, I'm running my own business. I do videos and make other stuff with Big Six Media. But say, for example, I take on a project, I know this project's gonna stress me out, or I go to school and I say I'm gonna take I want to prove to my dad that I can do all these courses. I take on 5 courses at a time, but I know I should be taking on 1 or 2, right? I realize that I come to a point of acceptance where I know that I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I'm gonna overwhelm myself. Yeah. Right. And even people don't realize that like mental health is like, it's one of the things that people ignore all the time. You can be good physically, but if you're not good up here, you can't function.
Yeah.
What good are, and people try to do too much. What good are you when you're sick in the hospital, right? I mean, like you have to take care of your body, right? But people ignore the fact that your mind and your brain is part of your body, and they just want to. I'm good physically, but people can be mentally cannot be there, right? And I think that if even like with like, it's, of course it's one thing to have a physical illness, right? It's another thing to have a mental illness, but things that like if you say you're physically great, but you don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning because you're depressed or something, you don't feel like you're suicidal, you can't function.
Yeah, you can't function stuff.
You can't function, and I think that was one of the things that people have to break, the stigma behind it, because like before then it was like AIDS was a stigma, right? If you had AIDS, it was present, AIDS is this and that and third. Now,
Like it's leprosy or something.
The leprosy, even the Old Testament, like the New Testament, was leprosy. Like you stay away from me now. Like no one cares about that anymore. I think that mental health is after homosexuality and all that stuff. There's things as society progresses, certain stigmas get broken. Yeah. Right. I think mental health is the next one to be. Yeah. I mean, me talking about it is a way of breaking that stigma. Because remember, I can keep quiet, keep to myself, and say, no, I don't have any health issues. I'm good. But something I deal with, right? Yeah. And it's life, right? Everybody has something going on health wise. So that's why I never look at somebody else and say, I envy you. I wish I had your situation or your personal or financial situation or like had your life. I never do that because at the end of the day, I don't know what that person's going through. Yeah. They can be going through something worse than that's like 4 times worse, in my opinion, or that's worse than what I'm dealing with. But everybody deals with something, right? Yeah.
I think like what I do, like according to like how I keep myself healthy, is I notice that I have to. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to be better at doing it. Like talking out my situations, like talking about what I'm going through. I think a lot of people forget that talking about what they're going through is a major part of life. Because you'll start to feel like stress, and then after you'll go into a mental that, oh, nobody can help me. Or nobody can
or no one cares about
me. Nobody has ever gone through this. Nobody will ever go through this. And then you start, the moment that you keep plummeting into that mindset, then you start feeling alone. Then when you feel alone, you hate everybody else. Because that's the selfish mindset, right? You have to keep yourself safe first. And if you think nobody else is going to care about you, then you start to push people away because you're scared. And also then people start to get like fearful of, oh, if I tell you what my situation is and nothing gets done about it, like it's going to hurt me even more.
Trust issues.
Yeah, like, like that is something that's pretty scary. Like let's say I'm feeling a type of way, and I say, all right, you know what? I'm finally going to tell somebody. But then after they don't really help me, it's like, why did I even say it? Now I'm even more broken. So like, some people get like scared in that way. But honestly, you have to talk about your issues. Like, you have to, or else they'll start to compile and destroy you from the inside.
And that,
I agree with both you guys. For myself, I think like what Kendrick said in the track when the guy said I physically feel great, but like he was like spirit, like it could be like analogy spiritually he wasn't up there too. Spiritually he wasn't doing the greatest in life. Even his health, like internal. I try to make sure my mind is kind of like in the right peace of mind. A lot of times you could be doubting yourself or negative energy. Like you said, you don't have the right support group around you. Keeping things to yourself, like it eats at you.
It does.
Like even isolation. Like I like to isolate myself, but I feel like I recharge when I'm by myself because I'm an introvert. But like when you're alone for too long, you start to like believe in a scenario. You ever thought yourself into a situation?
Of course. Right. Like I said, like with me, like I can even open up more about my situations. Like I do bipolar disorder, right? And that's like it's like a double sword. Like you're not just dealing with depression alone, and not just feeling with. It's like a positive and negative, right? Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm on top of the world, and I go through like a phase. I'm just like doing all these things. Like I'm active. I'm working on my business. I'm working on videos. I'm producing. I'm doing the stand up, doing all that stuff. And then I crash and I feel like it's like a double whammy. Yeah. It's not like I just feel like I want to kill myself all the time, or I feel like I'm down all the time. So it's like sometimes you feel like you're up here. Sometimes you feel like you're down here, right? Yeah. And people don't get the thing with that. With bipolar disorder is that you don't just say, "Oh, I feel like I'm good," and tomorrow it's not like it doesn't work like that. It's like long periods of like elation.
So it's like stretch.
It's like a long stretch. So it's like I'll go for like a. You see me sometimes when I'm talking and my speech is like accelerated. I'm having like I'm like having
energized.
I'm energized. Yeah, exactly. So and then sometimes you feel like you're low. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anybody.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I know those ones. I've battled depression and twice. Once when my brother passed, and then once in high school. I think like I was in grade 12. Just didn't want to be around people. I just wanted to be like by myself. I think sometimes I have like a split personality. Like like I said, like you could say I'm like 55% introvert, 45% extrovert.
Right.
So, but there's like I'll be around people like in my extroverted self, and then something will be talking to me sometimes like, yo, you don't want to be here. Like that's like my introverted self trying to like show me something like this isn't you. But then sometimes I'll be by myself and it's like, all right, time to go do this for people. Or somebody will do something to me and I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna ruin them. Like I'm about to do the worst thing to them ever. And I think that's more of my extroverted self. That's when I'm like, when that part's kind of like being negative. Yeah. And then something inside me would be like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Like, you know, just go leave and just like take yourself out of the situation. That's my introverted self. So I think sometimes like they both have positives and negatives, but it's all about controlling your mind, because your mind will have a lot of negative thoughts, but you have to kind of like break that down and just kind of see through it and like figure out what's the best thing to do. I think sometimes you have to just talk to people, like you guys are saying, and then everything will just like kind of like fall into place.
I think like the thing about like negative and positive thoughts is a lot of times when you think of it, negative thoughts are trying to help you. Like when like your negative thoughts are like the selfish thought, like the ones to make sure that you're good. Yeah. Like, you know, so you can't even push that out the way all the time. Like, you know, like sometimes you actually have to, like, that's why I like to understand like the negative thoughts.
Yeah,
like, even
like,
like,
negative thoughts are going, let's go slap out.
yeah, like yo, or like yo, just like completely like yo disperse like you're fam, like that person is cheesing you right now, and if you don't expel what is this negative emotion,
cast this
like
from our
that's what I'm saying. Like like it's protecting you if you think about it.
From our presence.
Yeah, like
but like how do I put this? Like, you know, like sometimes I think with me, like the way I deal with my sanity is like I like writing.
Yeah, me too.
I like writing. So like sometimes whenever like I might be I write something down and I'm like, you know, I'm feeling this way or whatever. Like I write a story, right? And I come back at it and look at it like months later. I'm like, yo, that's how I was thinking.
That's how I was feeling.
I
told this guy.
I'm like, I'm a wasty. Yo, what's
I do that all the time.
Feeling like that? Who is that guy?
Even listening to you've heard some of my songs. Yeah. So even listening to my first project that I wrote like 2016, I'm like, yo, I can't even take these tracks seriously right now. Like that's how I'm feeling in 2016. Like I'm a doom man. Like, but I have to drop those. But damn, I feel you. Like I'm just like, I was a bhakti yesterday. I didn't even know stuff.
Yeah, man. That's something that I remember. I think I wrote to you, Black Boy Flat, right? Yeah. Like I don't feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
Right. That's a point in my life where I wrote that. I'm like, you know what? Like, what am I doing in my life? I'm trying to find purpose for myself, right? Yeah. And I think that to find purpose is like, I mean, like, everybody has to get to a point where they can look at themselves and say, you know what? I know who I am. Yeah. I know what I'm capable of doing. I know my limits. I'm not gonna push myself to do this when I know I mentally, physically can't. Right? You know when you watch The Matrix, right? You know when they went to the Oracle said on the top says know thyself. Yeah. I think if you know yourself, you know other people. I know that if somebody cracks my phone screen, I'm not gonna feel good about it. Yeah. So I try my best not to do somebody else. Mm-hmm. Right? I think if you know yourself, you know everybody else around you. Because at the end of the day, we all function the same practically. Mm-hmm. Do nice to me, I'll do nice to you. Yeah. That's how the basic principle of life is that, yo, do unto others like you do unto yourself. Yeah, right? And I think that at the end of the day, if left hand washes right hand, right? Right hand washes left hand. So we all need each other. Right? We all need each other in this world. So
that's facts. Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts about this song?
I think it's interesting that he would put like sing about me and then I'm dying of thirst like right next to it. Like I think like
just looking at the title?
Yeah, like if you just looked at the title, like you would never like you wouldn't really know what to think like would be coming next when you see something like that. Like sing about me and I'm dying of thirst. And then sing about me, he's talking about dying, like some people have died in that track, like, and then after you talked about like a solution to the track, like it's so crazy. Like you would expect him to talk about something like only like deep in I'm dying of thirst. Like I feel when I hear the word I'm dying of thirst, I don't know. I think he's gonna talk about something deep there. But
what do you think he did talk about?
And dying of thirst? I heard the first track before, but I can't really remember. Put my mind on it.
So when you hear that title,
I'm
what
down
are
to
you
thirst.
thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about like what you call it, thinking back to the moment in the Bible where Jesus met the woman at the well, and then said that you want this living water, which he references a lot in this
Song, yeah.
in this project, right? So I'm like, whenever you to die of thirst, like it's like this like I'm trying to imagine that some parts in the world people can't have access to clean water. Not even some parts of the world. Flint, Michigan, they don't have access to clean water, right? And to die of thirst, like, man,
It's wild.
it's wild. Like the wild thing, like die of starvation is one thing, but this thirst,
We're both wild.
you haven't drank. I don't know. Just I don't know. I can't imagine that. That's like the ultimate torture. Just not give you water.
Right.
Let's have water for it.
Since you guys both are kind of thinking, let's just hear the next part of the song, and we'll give our final thoughts of the overall song, and then we'll wrap things up.
Water and pray that it works.
Oh man. That was tough.
Yeah, man.
That was big.
This is a deep track. Like there's so many topics in the song. We talked about mental health. We talked about self care. We talked about things like what do you call it?
What did we talk about? We talked about revenge, passion.
I think he really like emphasized the spiritual part of that, the dying of thirst though.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm
the
saying, right?
thing about me was like I feel like that was earthly, like human. That was human, and then he started to talk about like, yo, this is like this spiritual realm. Like I'm dying of thirst.
Right?
Yeah. Like I'm really dying of thirst, yo. Because he was talking about how he's like sinning and he needs help. Like he's dying of thirst. Like he needs the well. Like
thirsty out here, man.
yeah. Holy, that was hard still.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy. It's like sitting down and talking about it and like giving our opinions on it. It's like opening the song up to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Like of meaning. Like I wouldn't have gotten the perspective that you would have brought as I had been listening to the song by myself, right?
Damn,
So-
like I might be dying of thirst. Like.
Up in that water.
Whatever works.
Hop in the water and pray that it work.
It's the best thing to do every time.
The man said, F the world, my sex slave. That was wild stuff. Yeah.
F the world. My
Sex slave. Oh, man.
Indeed, is my next slave.
Ooh. That is a super banger.
So I'm down in thirst. That's the first episode, guys. You wanna sign it out?
Grinz grinding as usual.
I know what's popping. It's priority.
It's Benz over here. So that's a good first episode still.
Yeah. So we back next week.
Yeah.
We'll do a next song. We'll break it down and get more in depth with it. So tune in. Give like, comment below.
Subscribe.
Tell us what you think. Listen to the song. What do you think
share
about
that.
the song? Follow us on social media. Who am I Toronto 6 on
course.
Instagram.
The Wolf of Jane Street.
Right here.
Yeah.
KingGrinsz.
Only priority.
All right.
Underscore.
No, we'll be back.
Peace.